Dude, I just got back from $5 Tuesday movie day, right? So you've been talking to the real T, I know. Now, he only gave you his first name as Tyler. I don't know his full name, right? And again, we're not the same person, man, right? Now, I've been out. I know he could have come over to the house and used my stuff, right? And left before I got home, right? I don't know. I don't know. Except for the phone, of course, it was with you the whole time, right? Now, all I know, like I said, is I'm doing the normal things I do every weekend, right? I don't mess with people sexually. I try not to even look at a female if she's with a male, right? And, like I said, right? And, I had Taco Bell on the way in and ate it in the car, right? Before the movie, right? Which was Halloween Kills, right? And again, and then I saw the Ron movie about the robot, right? Going, messing up, whatever. Kind of like a spin off of Number 5 is Alive, right? whatever. We never seen that before either, huh? Yeah, I know. So you're rehashing old ideas under a different subject matter, right? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And like I said, the new trailer of The Matrix looks again like we're all dealing with the same issues. See, we all think we're the Messiah, don't we, Keanu? We all think we're the one who has the right answers to save the world in time before we blow each other to hell. Funny thing is, we're not really stopping it, though, either. The thing is, we don't know that actual day or hour when they actually press the button. And it's over in a flash as well. Right. And that's the thing. When it's done for the main people it's targeting, it's done for them. The problem are the ones left behind, right? The Christian's right. You don't want to be left behind, right? Asshole. Right? Now, if you are, you're on a mission from God like me, I'll come back even during it. I'm not afraid of you people. But you're afraid of me because you can't realize you're cut from the same cloth, right? The only difference is the iron in your blood might be the reason you die. There's something killing you that didn't kill you until you did something with the bad guy anyway. And I bet it was sexual, right? Ever heard of an STD being transmitted like AIDS? Well, that's what Satan gave you. AIDS that killed you in 930 years later, right? Damn. Ask Adam. That's how long he lived after he ate. Right. Now, that's also 70 days in the seventh day, right? But is that the end of the day? We don't know. Damn. See, we got 24-hour clock. Well, what if God has a 24-hour clock too, right? Except we're only in the 10th hour or the 6th hour, right? Of that day, right? We don't know the day or the hour, right? So I keep trying to tell you, you Christians are marching to Zion, but again, you're not getting there necessarily, right? Uh-oh. You need to calm down. You're making everybody crazy. And you're judging too much, Christians, right? Jesus didn't say, judge more and you'll be judged. And you'll be saved, right? Judge them to condemnation, right? But that's the point. He's also not telling you to hurt a virgin girl in a damn motel room, Jim Baker. And seduce her with a roofie. God didn't tell you to do that either, did he? We know who did. We know who did. But you got to confess that as him, not God, right? Until you do that, your ministry is marred by that woman, right? And you're not seeking redemption, you're seeking Satan, I know, to save you, right? Jesus can only save you if you confess the truth anyway. Whatever happened to that little movie? It's supposed to come out in September. Are you doing a cruise thing, right? Delaying it till it's more optimal to release it. He's usually a summer guy anyway. Is that it, Tom? We won't see Top Gun 2 until summer when we know the plot. It's not any different than the first one, is it, brother? But it's okay. We know you can't really stretch it any further than that either, right? That's why it's questionable to even make Top Gun top two, right? If you remember Top 1, right? It can't be that much better or that much different. You done went everywhere you can go as a pilot, right? The first time. All you can do is reshoot it in a different dogfight sequence or something, right? Right. And then a different motorcycle girl, and then that's her Jennifer. Connolly comes in, right? And she's the new female lead, right? Right. And we know all this. Paul, that's her husband, right? And he did Vision with the other girl, right? Who played Wanda, right? And then they're trying to make her the female Antichrist. Well, there is one. You don't think there's a bunch of a male Antichrist as there is a female one, right? And also a male Christ and a female Christ, right? Who are trying to follow him the right way, right? We have it all under the sun. And there's 3 images of God, not 2, right? So we're confused about it all still, right? Thanks to Constantine and his army, right? See, the Christians didn't think they could win anyway after that, right? Once Constantine started messing with the doctrine, right? And teaching the doctrine instead of what was all taught, which the Gnostics were bringing that out more, right? I know. It ain't any different. It ain't any different, though. See, you could only either draw from the Bible what the Gnostics said, or you could draw from the Bible what the Orthodox said. Both are saying something, and it's somewhat true, right? But it's also somewhat false, right? See, one side is also more willing to sin than the other, and it ain't the female. Just because she sinned first, men, right? Right. Right. And you're confused about love anyway. Love is neither male nor female, Jew nor Gentile, bond nor free, nor androgynous, nor does it look at the outward appearance, right? It just loves you, right? As you are. But there again, you can harm a child, and they resent that pain you cause them, right? And them not trust you anymore. We know that too, right? And once you harm a child, they're not going to want to be around you, right? I know that. But whatever's going on, like I said, I'm not trying to do nothing wrong, right? I'm just like you. I'm trying to get home from rush hour traffic, though. I went and seen a couple of movies like a movie critic. And again, right. We all know what Halloween's about. Michael killing everybody and somehow resurrecting from the dead. And not dying himself, right? Murder don't do that for nobody, by the way, not even Satan himself. The only one who could do that was Jesus, because he's outside Satan's law, right? Which Moses taught you Satan's laws, Jews and Christians, not God's law, which is unconditional love. But first he has to tell you the problem. Is you're judging each other to death, right? Whenever you judge somebody, you're doing the same thing, right? You're with a woman you're probably not supposed to be with, but you want to be with her too, and you met her first or something, and then you think you own her, and then you want to control her, and then you want to kill her, right? When she doesn't realizes you were never the one, right? That's all the devil. That's all the devil. Jesus, on the other hand, said, "Forgive the woman caught in the act of adultery with another man," right? Even if it was his own wife, hypothetically, right? Which, like I said, why would I care if some other man's wife is cheating on him, right? Yeah, it better be my wife, right? Cheating on me rather than someone else's, but I choose to forgive her too, as Jesus did his wife, right? The reason being, right? Constantine also was married. Constantine would also wonder if he could forgive his own wife, right? So he would lie that Jesus even had a wife. Because the scriptures don't make it clear who the bridegroom is in the Bible. Yes, it does. There's only one true bridegroom in the Bible, and that's the angel of the Lord before he came into the flesh, the angel of the Lord in the flesh, and the angel of the Lord after he went ascended back into heaven, right? Same being, by the way. Now, God's capable of this being, though, to make it from a full-blown angel into an embryo, or a man. And he's all three forms with Abraham and Sarah, like he did with front of Peter, James, and John, right? He can be androgynous male and female, and that's metamorphing, right? That's why he can also become a child, right? A baby, right? An embryo, right? And that's how trusting he is to his Father, the Spirit we can't see, right? It can do all this with him. He's that obedient to it too, Muslims, right? You're not. Your prophet is showing you more of the devil than Jesus too, right? You can call them jinn, you can call them angels, you can call them whatever, right? But they're the bad ones you're following now, right? Teaching you to judge and condemn each other like the Christians, but worse, right? You even want to destroy old religions that can teach you something, right? That you're doing wrong, even, right? And you don't want to listen to everything they're teaching, right? Well, that's how you can't destroy a half truth, right? But you can use that part of the truth to understand a different part of the truth, right? Do you understand? And then you're truly discerning good from evil, right? That the child may know to choose the good and refuse the evil as well. Now, it's not evil for a single man to look for a wife, right? But I damn sure don't try to look for a wife in a married or woman to Swiss one, right? Right. Now, like I said, I also, had to sit in the lounge for a few minutes. And there were about 4 people, in the lounge with me too, right? And then one girl was trying to play the video games, and then the other girl was sitting there. And then a male and female couple were at the bar, and I just sat waiting for a movie, right? Which got out right before 4:30, right? I knew that too. Right. And like I said, I can show you my receipt, just like the officers with the girl from the salon, right? And I know why you did it, right? And like I said, forgiveness means I know we both made a mistake, but I'm not going to charge you the fault, right? Nor can you charge me if you took advantage of me, right? More than I did you, right? See, one thing that would have stopped me from cheating on you ain't telling me you're 37, graduated university and from New Jersey. I don't know that, right? Either, right? It's telling me the truth. You're 15 and you're working in your dad's store temporarily because you want to make a little bit of money during the summer or something, or to save up on the weekends for college, right? I wouldn't understand that. Sure, I wouldn't. No. You didn't have to do all that, Michelle number 3. I guess, or 5 of the Michelles I actually know, right? There was a few Michelles in high school too, right? Right. And again, right, I know about 6 Michelles off the top of my hand, right? I also met a waitress named Ashley, kind of. We became acquainted today. Bam, bam. And all I'm doing is sitting there waiting patiently for the food with a normal amount of time passing by to do all that. I think, right? Well, like I said, then the woman with the other guy, the guy would have to be a dick for her to want to do something with me in the bathroom anyway. And I don't recall that, right? Though my movie was starting at 2:30 and I got out from the previous movie right before 2, right? I know. Which was Halloween Kills, right? And I think they did a pubic hair scene or something with Jamie Lee Curtis, which is kind of messed with. I know. Didn't even look right or a part of the shot, really, right? But I didn't even know what it was. Was that supposed to be her pubic hair or something? Right? I don't know. I don't know. But it didn't really fit anything. I know. Right. Now, we did see her boobs now in the first one. What they trying to do now is show us an old woman's crotch. Nothing personal, but not that I'm against her age either. Right. I know that. But they brought her into the damn hospital and were trying to operate on her. And then you see, like, this weird scene where you're not sure if it's her pubic hair or what. That was uncalled for. I need to be in that shot. But whatever. Yeah. Nothing personal towards the actress. I don't think it was really her. Anyway, I know. If you know what I mean, right? I know. I did either, right? Let's see. But if it was, okay, fine, whatever. Right? It just didn't make sense to even see it there, right? No. I don't know. But you're not going to show her boobs because they're not as perky, right? So you give us a weird crotch shot, it looks like, while they're trying to, operate on her from this injury its ankle caused, right? But you resurrected by going and watching the damn movie. See, if it sells, they'll do it over and over again. Right, Tom? That's what he's hoping for. You've been wanting me to make this damn movie for years, he's saying, but okay. And we're all dealing with COVID, okay, right? I'm just saying Jesus can help me whether I get it or not, right? And I don't know no one who really has it. And don't you agree? We shouldn't really have it. It's spreading worse than it should be spreading, if you're telling the truth about how it's spreading, right? Unless it started in 1960 and is this bad by now. Then you're lying about where it comes from, right? And that's Dr. Fauci as well. You're all lying. And no one can do nothing about it. They don't really know unless they look into it, right? And if they do and you suppress that knowledge, you're the quack doctor then, right? You're lying to the public, right? And that's on you, right? But if you tell me the disease came out in 1960 and it could be a variant of it, right? Even in America now, right? I would understand that, right? And I would get vaccinated, right? You understand? I did it as a precaution myself anyway, right? I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I think it's better to be prepared than I think even Jesus would take the shot over, right? Causing a big fuss about it, right? Well, it is the temple of the God, right? But it's a vaccine to protect you from a virus, right? Too. It's supposed to build up your antibodies against it, right? So you don't get it even if other people do, right? That's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Now, like I said about the flu shot, though, all I thought that was they had flu cells, right? And they put it in your body, right? And if the flu comes around, you can fight it off and you won't even get it, right? But, I don't want to do that every year either, right? So I still ain't had the flu or COVID. Even they offer the shot every year. But I did it this past year, right? As we are drawing to the end of the year, right? Again, right? Another year down, right? So, like I said, what do you want from me, right? I'm trying to wait for the right woman for me too, but if we're after a similar looking woman, she can be with both of us and neither one of us can do nothing about it, right? But accept it and move on, right? If she moves on for me, right? Or me, right? Now, if she's so desperate, though, she's coming to a schizophrenic because I'm trying to act sane and she thinks you're crazier than me and you're the one writing me, you know why she's doing that still. I'm trying to be rational. But that's why I can only say he could be mine, right? Steve, right? But one of us did get her pregnant. You understand, brother? But was it the first or the last? If it's a lower birth weight, it was the last. If a higher birth weight, it was the first, right? You see what I mean, right? And if it's off by a few weeks, again, right? What are we talking here, right? Were you with her twice or once, right? Once. The 15th, and I was with her the 20th. That's still enough time for your sperm to die. Especially if it's A positive and she's B negative, right? I know. And like I said, I just care if I got her pregnant, but I can't do nothing if she don't want to explore if it's my child or not, right? Just tell you what she told me, right? And why I think it could be, but I don't know, right? That's still telling the truth, but being humble about it too, right? Exactly. Because only she knows, but she can deny it too, because she's mad with me for all that happened, right? I guess, or Steve, or whoever, right? And again, then she met Scott and seemed to hit it off with him, and then she don't want to confirm it, right? And yet she don't have to either, does she? Though that's her right too, right? But I'm sure Steve and Scott wouldn't have a problem with her coming back to be with him, and other women too, and other men too, right? Because they got women too, right? But that's the whole point about murdering over sex. We can all do it the same way, right? You can lick her in the pussy the same way I would. You can buzz her pussy the same way I would, right? I know that too. But the question is, I don't recall being with her. Don't mean I wasn't with her either, right? That's what's pissing you off too. You're trying to murder me, whereas I'm like Jesus. Though everybody does the same thing, right? Even he might have been with the woman at the well, at least, and maybe Mary Magdalene herself, either the night of, because she wasn't around me. Remember, of all the disciples, she was the only woman there. Idiot. Or do you forget? Now, she also had 7 husbands who died after they had sex with her. She would be considered a curse, right? She would. To the Jewish men of that day? Yeah, she would. Yes, she would. John's and Mark is trying to tell you something. If John isn't Mark, his surname is Mark, right? Which should mean Sons of Thunder, right? That was their dad's name. So Mark is Son of Thunder. Thunder! Ah! To quote Brian Johnson of AC/DC. Briefly. But we can all do it like Brick. You're confirming yourself because you feel alone, right? That's the point. And you're trying not to go totally batshit, but what's going on in this world, right? Bullies to the left of me, trolls to the right. And I'm sure I'm not one to you either, right? That's true. Right. Because I know stuff you don't know about the chosen one. I might really be the true chosen one, but semantics, right? See, Keanu Reeves gets to play me in the movie, but what I'm going through is just as supernatural as what the dude in the Matrix goes through, except he's in a pretend world and we ain't reached that world yet, but we still could, right? What do you think they're setting us all up for? Mm-hmm. The day when we're so big of a population, they have to put us in pods to survive, right? And there's no room for nothing left but a pod, right? If you think a circle is bad, wait until it becomes a friggin' triangle, right? That would be real messed up if the earth started looking like a triangle. Because Satan is trying to destroy God's creation, and the energy of the hatred he's causing is doing so, right? Because God is only love. God is only love. And we're loving and hating with Satan. And if you hate more than you love, right? Even your brother who can sleep with your wife too, right? See, I'm trying to forgive the man who tricked Mary Bell before me, right? Whether he won or lost, right? But see, I don't feel he's trying to forgive me, right? Right. And he's not. That's the difference. I truly hear the message of Jesus. He's still judging from the old, right? Which is what's killing Peter and the 12 disciples as well. Mm-hmm. And the 500 who saw him after the cross, right? That means something one of two ways too, right? You know, they had a guard, right? The guard did say the disciples stole the body, right? And why wouldn't they if he was androgynous, right? Or a true hermaphrodite? The lying scribes and Pharisees and chief priests are why they would do that too, right? They thought he would be a man, right? But he's more than a man, right? There's only one way to do that here, make him both, right? Which Peter thought it was Moses and Elijah he called up. But it wasn't. He was wrong. He leaned to his own understanding. That's why Matthew put the word metamorph, which you interpret as transfigured, right? Well, who is he transfiguring into, right? Two other people from him. Now, you go to Isaiah 42 and it reveals who they are. The first one is Gabor, the strongest image. Then Ish, the second strongest image. And then Yolda, which has to do with a woman in travail. Mm-hmm. But still a woman, right? Now, and the Lord is saying, as all three. I know, right? As Gabor, as Ish, and as Yolda, a woman in travail, he's trying to save his people Israel, but also they're being destroyed by following Satan's law, right? Because the law can't save you by grace, right? Only the truth can, right? See, the truth is greater than the law because the law is just trying to get you to behave your ass. Behavior alone ain't the problem either. Right? You can make an honest mistake, right? In truth as well. Mm-hmm. The problem is if you covet the same thing or want the same thing, right? Or desire the same thing, it's not odd for two men to be with the same woman, right? But you forgive that if you're really of God, right? The woman's less a fault than the two men anyway, right? We're fighting over her, right? One way or the other, right? Only thing is, I'm fighting less than you during the day. Mm-hmm. Now, only if the girl that was with the guy or the other girl who was playing the games, I know, if either one of them went into the bathroom with me briefly, right? Say 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Could something have happened, but I don't recall that, right? Though again, I'm waiting, I know, to go in there to watch the movie, period, and that's at least 30 minutes, right? And all I'm trying to do is watch for the time, right? I think it's about time to go into the movie, right? So I'm just sitting there looking around, trying to mind my own business. And the two girls sat behind me, so I ignored both of them. So the only people I could see are the two people at the bar, which is a man and a woman, right? Now, the woman was very attractive, but like I said, I don't look at her with her man there, right? But she's not supposed to look at me either, right? And all I know is what, right? I'm sitting there praying, right? Waiting for the time to pass by, right? And that's it. Mm-hmm. Now, thoughts are going through my head, both sexual and non-sexual, about all the parties in the thing, right? I'm trying to make sure the guy don't think I'm trying to get with his woman, so I try not to look at them a lot. So I look around, of course, naturally, right? You can't not see people in that general area where I sat, right? But I also sat normally, right? Not too abstractly, right? Well, like I said, I didn't sit there because I knew you were coming here in here. I sat there because, again, it's convenient to, right? And I can see anything around me. And then two African girls, I don't know, who were brought to America by our evil forefathers, right? And were part of the slave generation, came into, right, the store as well, and they sat more in the back, right? Like I said, right? Now again, right? I got time to kill either way. There. But I don't recall nothing happening, right? Just sitting there. Right. Trying to mind my own business, right? And so did they. Right. Right.
Or certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, same things.
Trying to see what time it is. I missed both family feuds, though, right? A little bit before 7, then we'll know that, right?
To go.
Okay, yep.
think Steve Harvey's probably a great kisser?
Yeah. Stash.
Yeah.
Blue stash, blue stash.
See, Miss Barbara, you got to know what you're doing, man. You got to be able to put it to you.
I know what he means. I know what he means. I got the beard mustache thing going on, right?
Tickly mustache. Christine, 100 women, tell me why you think Steve Harvey's probably a great kisser.
Because of your confidence, Steve.
Confidence. Confidence. Confidence.
Are they trying to get him to kiss like Dawson or something? I mean, it's just an odd question, isn't it?
If it's there, you're still alive. But this time you got 2 strikes, Kevin. We got to be careful. The other team can steal and win. We talked to 100 women.
Because they're nice and puffy.
Steve Harvey's a great kisser.
So you got lots of experience with it, Steve.
Yes.
Experience, yeah. Lots of practice. Are you experienced? Well, I am.
What we have here? Well, Miss Caitlin, this
Caitlin,
started with you. We got 1 answer left. I have news for you, Caitlin. If it's there, your family wins the game. But this time you have 2 strikes. If it's not there, the other family can steal and they win.
Puffiness or softness, sir.
Caitlin, talk to 100
They're
women. Tell me
mean.
why you think Steve Harvey's probably a great kisser.
You're a good talker.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. It's either because they're big and puffy or something.
If it's there, your family steals, your family wins the game. But listen to me carefully now. If it's not there, the other family will win the game. This does it. 1 answer does it. 1 answer only. This is it. Talk to 100 women. Tell me why you think Steve Harvey's probably a great kisser.
You think you might have a good tongue, Steve?
Uh-oh. Alright, let's see what the answer is. Let's see what the answer is. I think the size, the big. He's hot. No, okay. Okay. That works too, I guess.
Judge Mathis, weekday.